Hey everybody, it is May 28th, 2009. I am Sonic Suns, and I'm here to celebrate my 21st birthday with a nice, tall glass of organic milk. Da-na-na-na-na-na, years of logging in Sonic Suns. That's good stuff. For those of you who don't know, in the United States, it's the law that you cannot have alcohol until you're 21 years old. And that is all across America. It's not technically a federal law, but what they did was they said, okay, all states must have this law, otherwise you don't get various funding for various crap, I think mainly to do with roads. So basically it's a federal law, without technically being one. And a lot of people celebrate their 21st birthdays by going and having a drink. I think the majority of those people, I don't have the statistics with me at the moment, have taken a drink previous to their 21st birthday. But one way or the other, 21st is generally celebrated by alcohol. And I don't really agree with that. I don't like the whole concept of the thing, man. Particularly they're taking it to the extremes, which a lot of people do in their 21st birthday. Not only to have a drink, but to get plastered, to get drunk. Why do people do this? I don't understand. Apparently, some people consider it fun. To get fully plastered, though, people consider that like a method of pride, or something to brag about. Like, oh man, I was so plastered on Saturday. Like he says it like this. That's cool somehow. Is that? Eh? It's like saying, oh man, Saturday I took $20 bills out of my wallet and then I threw them in a river. Like, just because you do something dumb doesn't really make it an interesting story or something to brag about or whatever. Now, okay, alcohol can be taken in lower doses. I'll give you this much. There's the studies or whatever have shown that around 1 glass of wine per day can help your heart in the long run. I think that's because of the grapes more so than the alcohol portion. I don't think it's the capacity for screwing with brain and or liver that is good for your heart. But nonetheless, I'll note the general benefit of that. I'd rather accrue that same benefit to myself via something else. Eating well, getting exercise, which I don't do exercise often enough, do I? Yeah, I ought to get around to that. I don't know. What is alcohol? Well, first off, there's the general chemical notion of it. We're not getting into that. We're talking about just drinks. Beer, wine, whiskey, things like that. Popular drink, and it makes you stupid. Temporarily. And can cause, a variety of factors, or symptoms if you drink too much of it. Stumbling around, being unable to drive a car, bad decision, snapping between emotions, all depends on the various persons that may be involved, what sort of thing they drink, the environment they're in, etc. But, one of the very primary things it does, one or the other, is to mess with your brain. Is it makes you more dumb, I think. Some people have told me that, alcohol, it loosens you up. You become less tense. And I'm like, yeah, but could you learn to be less tense anyway? Could you just learn to calm down, to, get to know people, I don't like having to need alcohol as a requirement to that, I suppose if it was the only way in the world to be untense, the only way in the world to have fun, that might be worth something. But I have plenty of fun on my own without alcohol, And it would seem to me that you're almost skirting around a problem. If you need to be less tense, if you need to socialize better, can't you do that in a more direct fashion? Or rather than paying however much amount of money or the amount of time or the amount of drunkenness you may eventually get if you take it too far. Rather than going through all that, can you just learn a bit? Sort of a thing?